I know that they are talking about we are using a lot of foreigners, so-called. We see the result. Why not?
You always procrastinate all these mainland Chinese taking our jobs like that. But at least you see in Shi Jiayi and Qiu Li, they contribute almost 2/3 of the goal that Singapore scored, and they help us qualify for the World Cup qualifier, which is good.
You think it's good even though they're not scored by our local blood?
Other countries also have players from other countries, France, even Japan also have Brazilian-born players in their team. Doesn't matter.
They were complaining about we having foreign talent, but when it comes to professional football, you shouldn't compare about whether you have foreign players or whether you play good football or you don't.
One may wonder if there would be such a glowing review if Singapore had lost in the recent World Cup qualifiers against Malaysia. Indeed, this show of support for foreign talent is rarely seen in Singapore. But local football fans have rallied together in the face of criticisms from our Malaysian counterparts. Political scientist Dr. Farish Noor said that making such jokes or even hurling insults is ironically a show of how close the two countries really are.
One thing we have to remember is that when we look at Southeast Asia as a whole, the relationship between Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia is a unique one. You'll note the same amount of emotionalism on display whenever there is a match between Indonesia and Malaysia, bordering on the hysterical and downright stupid. If one were to go through the internet, you will find so many Malaysian jokes about Singapore and so many Singaporean jokes about Malaysia. But we don't joke about other countries. So even as we joke about each other and we insult each other, that merely confirms the fact that we're actually closer than we think. And I think that's a good thing.
And football fans Razor TV spoke to seem to have taken the hostility in their stride.
That's always going on. Last time also like that, now also like that. I mean, you bring the game more interesting. I think no big deal.
I think really to feel very bad about what they did to us.
You think it's fine?
Nothing. I mean, compared to last night when they kicked us out of the Malaysian Cup, I think that one is worse.
You'd rather have this rivalry going on than not joining in at all?
Yes, of course. It's good to have this rivalry.
Well, everyone loves a good, intense competition, but it's not a pretty sight when emotions go out of hand. Sports reporter from Sinar Harian Miss City Zubaida said the media can play a part to soothe nasty feelings.
Human attitude. Sometimes people when they in some situation they can't control themselves. So I think that's just a few bad attitude from a few fans. I think it actually is not good.
But is it normal for fans to get so worked up?
That's normal in football actually.
Do you see this happening when Singapore goes back to Malaysian Cup next year?
I hope this not continue.
What do you think can be done to prevent this from happening again?
Media should play an important role about that, to advise fans or what something that can good to run.
Do you think the football players can do something about it too?
Yeah, I think so. Because fans come to stadium because of them, right?
Yes.
So maybe player can advise them to not do a bad something like insult the Singapore player or fans.
Dr. Farish echoed her views about players standing up to fans' bad behaviour.
There are instances of extremely nasty language, racist language being used in the football matches of Southeast Asia. I hope that these players we have on the field would be humane enough and conscious enough to take a moral stand and to, for example, say, we will stop the match. And if you continue burning the flag of this country or defacing the flag of this country, because this is a sport, we are here to enjoy this match, but in a spirit of a common shared experience.
We Singapore and Malaysia are arch rivals, and we feel proud when we beat our own rivals.
Singaporeans, we are very patriotic of our own country. When we play against Malaysian state, I see that the psychology of us supporting our team is always we.
Well, it is precisely this rivalry that is a magnet for fans. Now the question is, how will this affect the support for our local S-League that has seen dismal attendance for the past few years? More of that up next.
I'll be watching the game and definitely supporting Singapore because I'm a Singaporean. I have to support Singapore.